President Trump is considering Diddy commutation. And I'm gonna go over what's up with that, like what's going on. What does that mean if if he commute his sentence? So we're gonna talk about that because that's kind of breaking news. He confirmed that he's considering it this week, and he is gonna get it. He's not gonna get a full pardon, but he's gonna get his sentence commuted. It's gonna happen this week. Um, Let me see. Let me see. Just sending out some notifications here. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second here. This is kind of like important here because the way they have written this article, more than likely he's going to get it this week for sure. All right, let me let me just go here real quick. No, that's not what I want. All right, so Trump is considering commuting sentence this week. So more than likely it's going to happen. It says Trump is considering commuting Diddy's sentence as early as this week, according to a high-ranking White House official. According to our source, the president is looking into co- uh, to commuting Diddy's sentence. We're told some of the White House staff are urging Trump not to commute his sentence. Hold up. Some of the White House staff are urging Trump not to commute his sentence, but our sources state the obvious: Trump will do what he wants. Right. This is not. This is a guy that do what he want to do. He don't give a damn. He not running for president again. He think that they weaponized. If he thinks that they weaponized the system against you, he will commute you. But we're going to get into the difference between him commuting the sentence and a pardon, a full pardon. Trump will do what he wants, and we're told Trump could set Diddy free as early as this week. More than likely, he's going to get free this week. Diddy will be out this week. So where are we at right now? Monday on the East Coast. Where let me see, it's not Tuesday yet. It could come as early as Wednesday. He'll be out Wednesday. Diddy should be out of jail by Friday. He should be out. But we'll talk about the difference between a full pardon and him commuting because there's a little difference there. Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, Heaven, Rachel. Oh, y'all caught me today. What the hell? Wait a minute. You said, wait, is Trump giving him a pardon? No, he's considered commuting his sentence. I'm about to get into what that means. So Diddy is serving, as we know, a 50-month prison sentence for violating the Mann Act. He served 13 months with credit already. He could get out around 2 years, but none of that matters if Trump commutes his sentence. As you know, Trump commuted the sentence of former Congressman George Santos last Friday. So usually that's why I say, guys, he could be out as early as Friday because he usually do it on Fridays or maybe in the middle of the week. We all know almost immediately after Diddy was sentenced earlier this month, his legal team touched with high-ranking White House officials and got into their ear. With the president regarding commuting or a pardon. Just days later, Trump told the media about it. And so let me just stop right there. So I had already knew something is going on because when they asked Trump about Maxwell, he went to Diddy. He switched the subject to Diddy. He switched it. Diddy may have apologized to him. He may have talked to him. Something went down for him to do this. So he'll be out Friday. More than I'm very confident now that Diddy will be home Friday. I'm very confident now. Very confident. So let's get into the difference here. What it means to commute the sentence versus pardon. A pardon is the act of forgiveness of the crime. It essentially removes the legal consequences of the conviction. If granted for Diddy, it would mean his conviction would be forgiven, though records might still show it. He might be free or never have to serve remaining time. If Trump decides to commute his sentence, it's a reduction of the penalty, shortening the prison term or eliminating part of the sentence. But it doesn't erase the fact of a conviction. The conviction stay on Diddy record. So Diddy would still be a convicted felon, but with a lighter or no sentence. If Trump commute Diddy's sentence, then Diddy might avoid or shorten his incarceration. But the conviction will remain on his record unless separately pardoned. If Trump pardons Diddy, then Diddy will be forgiven for the crime, and that broader legal consequences will be eliminated, subject to remaining collateral effects, civil lawsuits, stuff like that. It's unusual, though not unheard of, for a president to grant clemency in such a high-profile case involving sexual misconduct, especially with many lawsuits involved. It raises questions about equality of justice and whether public figures receive preferential treatment. The optics are complicated. Diddy publicly criticized Trump in the past. Trump himself has noted, yet he is now seeking Trump's clemency. If Trump does grant clemency, it may set or influence precedent or at least public perception about how clemency is used and what types of cases. Let me stop right there. No, I want you to go back and look at President Clinton clemency pardon record. Go look. Go look at the people that he pardoned. Go look. They far worse. And actually go Google this. His brother, Google Bill Clinton's brother and pay for play. Go look. His brother was making money off the pardons, but they don't talk about that. So no, this Diddy is not the worst ever because he's gonna also pardon Maxwell. Remember, I said that. But Diddy should get this. He should get his sentence commuted by Friday, which means that it depends on the type of whatever Trump signs. Now, if it's a full reduction in his sentence, meaning that he don't have to do no more time, then he'll get out. They'll have within 24 to 48 hours to let him out. But I would rather have a pardon. But if he can get his sentence commuted, then I'll take that. But it doesn't leave his record though. But I'll still take it because that means that more than likely, if he signed, that means Diddy more than likely will get out of jail Friday. Because he did it for hold on. Did he let me see what he did for Santos. Hold on. He need to pardon him. Hold on. Let me see something. He pardoned Santos, right? Yeah. but they said he's considering commuting his sentence. So I guess in his own mind, look, I'm just gonna do this for you. Still gonna have it on your record, but at least you ain't gotta do no time. Um, yeah, there's some action now for the White House to be talking, and they're saying that there's officials at the White House that don't. They're encouraging him not to do this, but we know Trump. He walks at the beat of his own drum. He's not worried about them, and he's not running for president again. What's up, Uda? What's going on with you? What's up, Truth Over Emotions? What's up, Rebecca? And Uda, what's going on? What's up, Scorpio? He walks at the beat of his own drum. He doesn't care, man. He's a New Yorker. At the end of the day, he is. He's not caring, bro. He's not. And I honestly believe that he felt like they weaponized the system against Diddy. So if he feels that way, he's gonna commute his sentence. Diddy will be home in a minute. That's pretty much it. Yeah, he gave Santos a clean slate. He need to get Diddy one too, man. Like, give him a pardon. At this point, give him a pardon. I'm you commute the sentence. That's cool because he still gets out, but give him a pardon. But see, these people, um, you know, I mean, that's his way of helping him because he's like, look, I would give you a full pardon, but you talked bad about me. That's what I'm saying. He needs to either see how he can reach out to Trump for an apology. Like, I need to publicly apologize. Because look, let me tell you all this real quick. He can commute his sentence, right? But before he leave office, he can give him a full pardon. Okay. So it can just be wiped slate off his clean. He can do that too. So what I would do is when I get out, once he commute his sentence, now I have access to move around again. Then I'm gonna reach out to the president at this point. Like, Mr. President, I just want to reach out to you to really apologize, for what I said about you. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you need, a donation, whatever you need, I got you. So right before he leave the presidency, Mr. President, can I get that pardon? Can you give me a full pardon? To get that off his record and go on about his business. Because Cassie got her money, man, at the end of the day, man. I hate to sound like that. Because see, without the risk of sounding like I support domestic violence, because I don't. But she got her money at the end of the day, man. She wouldn't have been with my broke ass. I'm just being real with y'all. She wouldn't. That's why I have to be brutally honest. I don't know when my last day is here on earth. I don't know. So I'm gonna be honest. She wouldn't have messed with my broke ass. So I don't I'm having a hard time feeling sorry for her. Okay? I am. She wouldn't have tolerated that from me. The only reason why she tolerated for so long is because what Diddy had money. That's it. I'm telling you this. Period. I'm holding her accountable. I know that sound messed up, but I'm holding her accountable, man. You said what happens with the other charges with a pardon? He don't have no more charges. You must be talking about the civil cases. Listen, them civil cases not going nowhere. They're not. They're not going anywhere. And then also these guys, these entertainers, two of them, they're doing too many interviews. They talking too much. They weren't victims either. They weren't victims. He's trying to play like he's a victim. He wasn't. And what did the Punisher say? He said, if I could do it all over again, I would do it again. He enjoyed having sex with her. They weren't victims, man. And they got compensated heavily. So, nah, I don't feel sorry for nobody. I don't feel sorry for none of these people. Hate to sound that way, but I don't, because they're not victims. I mean, come on, man. I know some people, like, they not gonna admit this, but I'm like, damn, okay. I come up to the apartment, Cassie looking at me dead in the face. But see, if she had a mask on or whatever she had on, and I'm looking at her dead in the face, I'm gonna tell that it's her. I could tell. I could tell it's her, man. Oh, actually, no. If she got the little half mask on, maybe not. But if I walk into some type of mess like that, y'all ain't gonna know about it. Y'all ain't gonna know about it, yo. He was like, "Yeah, I need you to do this to her, this and that." And I'm gonna pay. Y'all wouldn't know about if I did decide to do that. Ain't nobody gonna know about it. Ain't nobody. I mean, all I gotta do is do this and do that, and you gonna pay me? Yeah, ain't nobody gonna know about it. Period. And I wouldn't be testifying. And I wouldn't testify against him. Period. One guy said he bought a house off the money that Diddy gave him. You think I'm gonna testify? And I don't bought a house off this man being generous? See, I believe that the people that testified and stuff, they got to be careful because karma gonna come back to them. I do believe that. This wasn't no criminal organization, man. And at first I was saying, Rachel, you'll say it because I know what you about to say. Yeah, you didn't think that at first. Yeah, I know, but I came to my senses. Afterward, I was like, you know what? You were right. Yeah, this is some bullshit. Because she wouldn't have dated my broke ass. She wouldn't have. She wouldn't have, yo. She wouldn't have been. If I put her through all that mess, she wouldn't have. She would have called the cops on me. Okay, that's what happened. She would do that. But see, every time I see her, she got an expensive purse on. She got all designers. All his women, you notice they all wear designers. They all just wear designers. That's all they care about. All the women that he deal with, all they care about is money. You let Diddy go broke tomorrow and see if the women will be around. I'm just being real. Somebody got to be real here now. Somebody got to be real, yo. And all those lawyers that showed up at the trial, all those lawyers from the other side, if you know what I mean, they don't care about Cassie, yo. They just care about getting some money. Period. They just using this to get some money. Ambulance chases, man. Straight up. Straight up, man. I'm being real because I know who they are. They glorified ambulance chasers. That's their hustle. They got Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? They were going after Chris Brown. Same people went after Chris Brown over some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? These are ambulance chasers, man. That's their hustle. We're their hustle. I hate to sound grumpy, but that's what it is. We're their hustle. All right. I unplug my microphone. You said, what was I saying? I know that's what I said. What was I saying for beginning? This case was a bunch of bullshit. It was. You said now I do feel bad for Celeste. Oh, well, we gonna get into that case. That's a different case. You talking about Celeste Rivas. That's a different case. We'll get to that. But this case is all about money. All the women that I see, even the women that I saw coming to court to support Diddy, all they were wearing a bunch of designers. That's all they were wearing. A bunch of designers. They live in a different timeline than we all live on. Come on, man. Who cares about Cassie? Nobody really. Because guess what? All them people that be surviving off them EBT cards, because they're not gonna be working next month. Because the damn government's still shut down. Just let y'all know. So y'all ain't caring about no motherfucking Cassie. Okay? Y'all not. Nope. The average person don't care about no Cassie. Okay? Your rent $2,000, $4,000. You don't have time to be sitting up here caring about no Cassie because she got millions of dollars. Okay? I'm being real. Now, the only thing that happened with her, she went through the years of this stuff, right? and she developed a habit, and the habit is hard to kick. She developed a habit, okay? That's hard to kick. You said when a man leaves with money, expect it to be used. No, that's listen, listen. I'm being real, man. I'm being real. Um, I interact with people on a daily basis. I interact with people on a daily basis, and people only listen to you when you got money. That's true. They only listen to you when it's people that look at me like I ain't shit. But here's the difference though. I don't care what they think. That's the difference. I don't care because I don't know if I'm gonna live by Friday. I don't know. I'm truly living like I'm every day means something to me. Every day. So I don't care about that little stuff no more. I don't. That's why people like that don't bother me. But I still see life for what it is though. Okay. Everybody around Diddy, they want some money. Okay. They want some money. This right here, the only thing that this did, this might have been a divine intervention. You know why? Because he was hooked on the narcotics. He said this is the first time he's been clean in 25 years. You know what that means? That means he could have OD'd, and he already did OD at the Playboy Mansion, but he could have been headed for another overdose because all this fentanyl and stuff out here, he could have been headed for that. He could have been headed for that. So this may have saved him. I know he don't like to hear it, but it may have saved him. Okay, it may have saved him. But this is what I truly believe, guys. This is what I believe that happened. All right, this is what I truly believe now. So Cassie lawsuit, if you read it, it was set up for the case already. It was set up for the indictment. And that's what they went off of. This whole case went off of what Cassie said in her lawsuit. So my question is, when that lawsuit was written, did they have this criminal trial in mind already? I think they did, which means it was a conspiracy. It was a setup. That's what I believe. You don't sit up here and devalue a $1 billion company that's been around since the early 1800s or late 1800s, and you're gonna sit there and call them racist and devalue their company and they lose millions. Now you got beef. That's real beef. Then all of a sudden, here come this lawsuit. I'm not saying they had nothing to do with it, but something ain't right. I believe her lawsuit was set up for this right here. And guess what? They lost. They didn't realize that they thought that he was going to be found guilty on all charge. You know why? Because they thought the average person believes anything. But what they don't realize is everybody out here don't think the same. Everybody is not brainwashed no more. Because guess what? We don't have to listen to traditional media anymore. People are mostly on YouTube now. We don't see that's to see the traditional media is having a problem with us. They are. But we don't have no like, we're not under no constraints. You can go on YouTube and watch what you want to watch. If not, half of you don't even watch TV really. I don't watch TV no more really. So the brainwashing is over. Well, actually, maybe it's not. It's still not, but you know what I mean. So they were banking on the fact that these people are going to find him guilty on everything. Surely, if we show him that video and the sex videos, that they're going to be disgusted and convict him on everything. I think they were banking on the fact because their case was weak. It was. Even the lady that said that he dangled her over a balcony, then that story changed. Okay, this case was weak. Cassie wanted some damn money, but see, here's the thing: they set it in motion. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I think she might have been approached. I think it was a setup. I don't think she initiated it. I think somebody came up to her and say, "Listen, go get some money from this guy." I don't think it was originally her idea because the lawsuit was set up too perfectly for this case. Because the whole case was based around what Cassie was saying in her original lawsuit. But they were banking on the fact that Cassie did enough job to convict him. She didn't. She didn't do hey, Fiona, she didn't do a good job. Good enough job for the jury. Not for us, but for the jury. And then I also think they use YouTubers as well. They had YouTubers they were using, to try to spread this narrative. I believe they were doing that. There was a lot of money spent here on this to put him away, and it didn't work. What saved Diddy was his resources. That's what saved him. His resources saved him. Because think about it, you could be banking the fact, oh, this jury ain't gonna get it. We'll put anything in their mind, and they just gonna say guilty. He's a black guy too. Yeah, he's guilty. Nah, don't work that way no more. Just the way like things are, man. It's we're more reluctant to put people away unless we know they did it. So I was reading an article on that, like the way things are here now. So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I'm like the kid. Hopefully he get his sentence commuted. I'm pretty sure he is. He's gonna get the sentence commuted. Yeah, pretty sure he's looking into it is to do that so he can get out. Yeah, so he can get out and go from there. This was some case. I learned a lot though from this case though. You said that dude she married to her to go get money from Diddy. I would tell you what I'm thinking about that too. Um, but no, I'm just saying maybe so, but the way that case was written, it was set up in motion against Diddy already. It was in motion already. Oh, by the way, guys, tomorrow night, you should see two comets. There's two different comets going to be in the sky, and also a meteor shower. It's all happening tomorrow. So if you're out late night and it's dark, don't get freaked out what you see and think is aliens. There's actually two comets that you're going to see racing through the sky. One is coming within 54 million miles of the Earth, and the other one is coming, I think, 70 million miles. So you'll be able to see it in the sky. I forget what time, like around 7:30 ish. Yeah, so that's around the time you're gonna see it. But look, you're gonna get a meteor shower, and you're gonna get two comets racing through the sky tomorrow. That's very rare. Some people seem to think they're not comets, but they are. I think these are comets. That three-eye atlas, though, I don't know what that is yet. We'll see. It has I forget what properties, but it's rare. They said they have it. it has something without iron, or I can't remember. Aluminum without iron. Yeah, his money, will get him out, but he has some good representation. Yeah, he really did. But now he could get his sentence commuted and he'll be home as early as Friday, probably. It just depends on when the president do it. Okay, so the reason why the hotel video footage was relevant in this case, even though it was past the statute of limitations, because she said that she testified that she was leaving a freak off. Yep. Yeah, so that's what they were saying. Right there. That's what made that relevant. Um, because they said it was a guy in the hotel room with them. That her and Diddy got into it. Then you saw the hotel video, so that's why that they included that in the trial. She testified and said, "Yeah, it was a guy in the room for the freak off." Yeah, that's something else. But yeah, if he commute the sentence, he get his sentence reduced to the point where he'll get out of prison. Ideally, he wants a full pardon, not commutation. You don't want the president to say, "Look, I'm gonna commute your sentence." No, I want a full pardon. You said she was trying to leave a freak off. That's what she was saying. That's why they made the video relevant, even though it was past the statute of limitations. But I see both sides. I understand why she wanted some money. She was like, "Damn, I'm with this man for all these years. I'm enjoying all the good life, this and that, and now I ain't doing nothing." You know what I'm saying? I'm back to being regular. Yeah, that's hard to be, going back to being regular. You know what I'm saying? How dare she not have a Birkin bag? Come on, man, or something. But you're not happy with that money. That's not gonna make her happy. You know why? You ever bought something new? You ever bought a new outfit, and then as soon as you take it out when you get home, you're not excited about that outfit no more? And sometimes you're like, "Damn, why did I waste money on this?" You said, "Max, why is Trump sending troops out to Portland, Chicago?" You said, "Hold up, Max, why is Trump sending troops out Portland, Chicago, San Francisco. I'm confused. I'm across San Fran, and there's no issue. I'm lost. Sending troops, martial law. The government still shut down. He got a lot of power right now. Government still shut down. Now, I don't know what's going on in San. I don't think you said nothing going on in San Fran, right? So now I ain't gonna lie to you. Some of these places do need to get cleaned up, but I'm riding around like here, like different places. People disappearing, man. It's not the same as it was when I lived here years ago. They are slowly but surely just revamping this whole thing. It's crazy. They pricing people out too, because everybody rent is high. Everybody, everybody rent high. It's they saying he's thinking about commuting his sentence. It's different from a pardon. A pardon is a full forgiveness. A commutation is like, I guess, a reduction in sentence, but he would get out though. Okay, so what's going on in San Francisco for the troops to be coming there? You know what it's for, right? You know what it's for. It's for the immigration. We might almost have to start shacking up. We might have to. You know what I'm saying? We might have to start shacking up, yo. That's it. It's business. Relationships are business anyway. Might have to start doing that because it's like, damn. Yo, Cardi B said it best. She was trying to help. Did y'all see that video with Cardi B? She was trying to help her friends find a place in New York, right? See, Cardi B hasn't been there in a long time. So she don't know what's going on, right? You said shacking up with who? I'm gonna have to find somebody to shack up with. But look, check this out. So Cardi B was like, she said, yeah, she was just because her friends were telling, man, Cardi, it's just so expensive around here. I can't find nothing. So Cardi intervened. She said, no, I got you. I know places. You know what I'm saying? I'm from New York. I know places, right? So she started looking in the Bronx. Cardi was looking at apartments in the Bronx. She said, wait a minute. She was seeing a rent for 2,500, 2,400, 3,000. She said, the Bronx. She said, why is this shit so expensive? See, they pricing people out. Even she said that was expensive. I know NASA's closed. That's why we can't see the 3-Eye Atlas. NASA's closed. You said they took pictures, 3-Eye Atlas at cylinder shape, not cigar shape. Okay, so did they Photoshop it? They sitting up here photoshopping stuff. I bet you they did. You said San Francisco is desolate. People on drugs, yes, homeless. That's who they rage. They gonna yo. See, remember, I don't know if y'all remember. I told y'all a long time ago. I think Virginia, Richmond, Virginia, was ground zero. They had guess what? All we had homeless out there too, right? Guess what happened in one weekend? They rounded them all up and they all went missing for a minute. And then one of the guys that used to collect money and stuff, he told us what happened. He said they came and got us one night and said that you can't be out here. And they put them all in apartments and stuff. And the ones that they want to comply, you never saw them again. I don't know what they did with them. Wait a minute. Celebrity saying in San Francisco, she said workers in San Francisco working from home, scared to go to work. Send them. We are tired. So you see, she says she in the trenches. She said something is going on in the San Fran. Rachel, you might be on the other side of the sticks. You might be over there where it's quiet at. I don't know, celebrity. You live up in the you good too where you at. I don't know. But I heard San Fran be giving it up. You said, Rachel, it wasn't desolate a week. Hold, let me see. It wasn't desolate a week ago. Well, whatever the case is, Trump saying he trying to get busy. But no, you know what I heard though? I heard that he's facing some resistance, so he's not sending them. That's why he's not sending them. All right, anybody want to come up? Because I don't know. I don't. Let me give you the link. Any of my regulars want to come up? Y'all let me know. Where my regulars? Where my day at? Where my regulars at, man? What's up, Rebecca M? You said Governor Newsom sued him. Yeah, something happened. He was like, "Yeah, I can't send them." You say that's as in not as busy as before COVID. People are protesting due to at ICE. Oh yeah, they doing a protest. Yeah, them protesters about to go missing. If he's sending the troops, they getting locked up. Just telling y'all that. You said the looting is done. There's nothing left to loot. I don't know, but you said he can send them. Yeah, but he stopped because he didn't have the support. So he like, I'm not trying to get caught up and send them. Y'all need to help. Y'all need to say you want them. Please don't get offended when I say this, but who has time to protest? And you know what? He said, brother, homeless, they protest for a job because you can pay extra. Oh, okay. I can see that then. Heaven, you ain't got time to protest. Rachel, you don't either. I wish I would see y'all out there protesting. You said I'll donate to a good cause, but I don't have time. You ain't got time either, Rebecca. You ain't got time. J Mac, you ain't got time to protest either. You ain't got time. I can just feel the spirit. Y'all ain't got time, yo. Look, Oval Queen, you either. Let me tell y'all why. I'm not trying to call y'all out, but y'all not gonna have me feeling bad either by saying it. So I have to call y'all out too. Let me just say this. I know what y'all saying. Max, we didn't call you out. No, but y'all thinking and like, damn, Max, like You getting on the protesters. Look, let me say this. Fiona, you too. Look, see what she said? She said, I need an extra day in a week. Life is big because life be lifing. Having said I work 14 hours days. Well, but you got them nurses out. Well, let me see. Right, that's what I'm saying. And you, Matt, you don't either. Matt, you don't make me feel bad. Look, y'all ain't got time to protest. Let me see. You said I be laying hands on people. Yeah, see, you don't need to go protest anyway. You say you about to go lay hand. Yeah, you don't need to. You'll be out there crashing out. The reason why we ain't got time is because them bills, no matter what, they do. Okay, them car notes are due no matter what. When your car need tires, your car need a set of tires. Your car need 2 tires, guess what? Rubber went up. Y'all know the price of rubber went up, right? The price of rubber, go look. The price, go see how much your tires cost now. You know what you probably think? Well, look, let me just get them 2 front tires and I get the other tires next month. Yo, let me put y'all up on something. Get your tires at Walmart. And it only costs $19 to $19 a tire to install them. All right. Thank me later. I don't have time to protest. And what am I gonna do? Like loot businesses? I'll be the first one to get caught. Yeah, 19 on the install per tire. And you could always take it back to get them rotated. So if you're trying to save money, that's the way to go. Remember I said that. And then, in a couple days they go to the store. They'll send you the message to let you know, like, okay, this is the time you're supposed to come in. As soon as you get there, they put them on, you out the door. You got brand new set of tires. And it's cheaper than going to Firestone. It's way cheaper. Way cheaper. I just told the driver that up at the parking lot. He was like, damn, I need some tires. I said, bro, what's wrong with you, man? He said, what do you mean? I said, you better go to Walmart. You better order them online. He said, I don't see it. We get the news at the port. Oh, so you don't see like the rioting and stuff. I mean the protesting. But what I'm saying is it's just like and ain't nobody got time to be sitting up here protesting, man. But like you said, the homeless, like to get their little money, they could do that. I get that. That's a good hustle. How much they be charging? How much they give you to protest? Like $100 like a day or something, something crazy. Yeah, the advertisement interruptions come every now and then, Rebecca. That means you don't have the premium. Hold on one second. Let me see. You said nah, 300 on a Visa card per day. Let me see. Nah, 300 on a Visa card per day. 500 if you throw stuff on TV. Yeah, but how would they know? How would they know that you threw the stuff? Now, 300 on a Visa card per day ain't bad to protest. And you said 500 if you throw stuff? That's not bad. 300 a day to just to, for on a Visa card to protest? But how would they know? Like, how would they know I threw the stuff? Because I like if the NBC lady on, I was like, look, NBC lady, see this in my hand and just throw it. Boom. There you go, guys. Let me get my 500. I'm out. Man, I tell you, man. Oh, you got to film it. Yeah, I do believe they do have because I don't see how people have time to be protesting like that. And they probably is good for students too, right? Like to make a little extra money and go out there get 300 real quick. If you're a student and pick up an extra card. What's up, Medea? They got paid protesting going on out here. They got paid me a little more though. Let me see. What is my price? You pay me 5,000 for the day. I'll do the most for you. I'll do something crazy. Have a good night, Heaven. No, I have to be more than that because that means I'm gonna get arrested. So that means I need some bail money. Yeah, a lot of them don't live in the city. Yeah, I know Doug Martin. He was burglarizing a home. Yeah, I know celebrity. You told me that. He was burglarizing a home. What happened? Did they shoot him? Like how did he die? Yeah, my dad. I need a lot, man. A mill, shit. Yeah, but a mill that means you really had to do something crazy. So he died. Yeah, he was. Yeah, okay. So wait a minute. So he was burglarizing a house. How did he die though? Did they shoot him? Damn. Did his NFL money go dry or did he have CTE? Or you think his head messed up? You said protesting, but I know I don't protest. I don't do it whatsoever. We don't have time. Especially we too old for it. You said your special appearance like Eddie from Family. Eddie off the hook. I know what Eddie doing, Adair. Yeah. Eddie acting, he not crazy. Eddie's not crazy. He just not trying to get that woman no money. I know what he doing. I was like, damn, what the so what did the guy so he I just keep hearing that he burglarized and he's dead. Did they shoot him? That's what I want to know. How did he die? Because they said he burglarized the house and then he's dead. Like, what happened? It ain't up to him no more, Tomb. It's up to the president. The president might commute his sentence. It doesn't mean that it's erased from his books, but at least he gets out early. A full pardon, he's forgiven on everything. He's wiped the slate wiped clean, but not if he commutes. Guys, for anybody know about the Doug Martin situation, they not answering my question. They said that he burglarized a home. Did they shoot him? Because how did he die? That's my question. I'll ask. This is the fourth person I actually nobody is saying. No, no, he died. He was burglarized, but he died though. Like how? I'm telling you, these football players ain't right. They not right. It's all them hits they taking upside the head. They not right, man. They not right. He was having a medical emergency. Yeah, I think it might have something to do with football. It's just my opinion. Just like you remember with what's his name, Mark Sanchez recently. I think he might have it. Yeah, I think Mark is not right in the head either. And Mark played football in the NFL for a while, quarterback. He played during before the rule changes. Head and tackling. They changed the tackle for the way people get tackled. Yeah, so wow, in police custody, he must have been having a medical emergency. They didn't take him to the hospital. Yeah, he getting into squabbles because something wrong with him. Something wrong with him. Mark, he can't drink in that condition. I believe he got CT as well. I do. And it's sad because that when it get worse like that, it never ends good. It doesn't. Yeah. Damn. Doug Martin. And they say he was trying to burglarize. That's crazy. Yeah, man, that's sad, man. What happened to Doug there? But yeah, I'm hearing some stories though about these ICE agents just trying to arrest everybody. Like you could be a whole citizen, they don't care. That's a little scary. Craziness. Oh, did he come home? Looks like he going to. Yeah, looks like it. Commute his sentence. It's a sentence reduction, which he probably get out. It doesn't wipe his slate clean if he gets his sentence commuted, but a full pardon would. But so we'll see what Trump does. He might give him a full pardon. We'll see. Look at Christy showing up. Christy, you don't showed up late. Let me stop. No, you didn't. You didn't have no particular time. You had to. Christy fell out the bushes. Christy, you just fell right on out. Boom. He was using Adderall. Yeah, they're not saying right now. Also, they keeping tight lip on the whole David situation. Um, but the owner of the house that he was staying in, he's doing his own independent investigation because he want to know what happened in his house. So craziness, man. He said this is a dark world. Oh, they aren't saying. So yeah, they aren't saying what happened to Martin yet. Yeah, man. It's crazy though. When I heard that name, I was like, damn. I'm like, immediately like what happened, but yeah, it's crazy, man. But yeah, we'll see how it goes with David. But for right now, nothing. But the troops going out, I'm not sure, like, what they're doing with that. Yeah, man, insane. Well, anyway, guys, I ain't gonna hold up too much of your time. I'm gonna get out of here. I might come back to talk about this 3-hour Atlas situation. Um, yeah, so I might come back a little later. But tomorrow, if you're watching the skies, there should be two comets passing through the night sky. And what else they said? That's supposed to be happening as two. Let me see, two yeah, two asteroids and something else supposed to happen. The meteor shower. It's supposed to happen all at the same time. You said, "Hey Max, did you know they are after Jay-Z?" I don't know, but I don't know. But yeah, guys, let me get out of here. I will catch you guys on the next one. I'll probably come back for the 3-hour Atlas special. But yeah. All right, y'all.